Hey guys, Darren from Austrack Campus here. Firstly, congratulations on buying your new Plenty X. Today we're going to do a walkthrough and show you how to set it up. So come on guys, let's get started. So up the front of the camper you have your 3.5 ton McHitch coupling. So this has full articulation and is really good for off-road use. Behind it you've got your mechanical handbrake, and then you've got the Arc XO 750 dual wheel jockey wheel. So a really good thing about this, when you set your camper up, you're going to use this jockey wheel to bring nose up, nose down to get it nice and level, and then you're going to use your stabiliser legs in the four corners just to stop that feeling of the ocean. Behind it you've got a recessed cold water tap. You've also got a cold water tap here with a gas bayonet as well, but you will notice there's an extra tap. The reason for that is you can actually run the water out through the portable hot water system that the unit comes with, back into the camper and have hot water to the sink. Now speaking of that portable gas hot water system, behind here you'll see you've got two 9 kilo gas mounts, and you've also got built-in regulator with a little tap at the top. So when that tap's facing that way, you're using that gas bottle. When you turn it back the other way, you're using this gas bottle. And then just beside it, you've got your two 20 litre jerry can mounts as well. So as we leave the drawbar behind us, come around the driver's side of your camper. Up the top here, you're gonna notice there's a couple little handles. These are really good for tie down points if you want to put tables or chairs on here. Just don't use a ratchet strap, they're only tie down points. Then underneath you've got storage. So in the first compartment here, a heap of storage in there. This is also where your portable gas hot water system will be, as well as your portaloo. There's also a fire extinguisher in there as well. And then in the compartment behind, we have a nice deep drawer for a heap more storage and a little shelf that goes the whole way across. So next thing we'll touch on with your Plenty X is of course the water storage. So first of all, you'll see the fitting down here. So this is if you're on a powered site, you can actually hook up to mains water, which will bypass your tank's water. But speaking of your tank water, the Plenty X has two tanks. So it has a 50 litre at the front and 160 litre at the rear. So that gives you 210 litres of fresh water. Fill point for your front tanks right here, fill point for your rear tanks there. And in this little compartment here, we just lift up the little lap, and just underneath there's a bore valve, and that lets you choose which tank you're going to take the water from. So just past the bore valve, you've then got your little aerial here. So this is for your AM/FM radio, and then behind it is the charging point for the Plenty X. So this is a 15 amp inlet. You will need a 10 to 15 amp adapter for it, but when you plug in at home, this will let you charge your batteries, or also when you plug into a powered site. Now 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off is my recommendation to keep your batteries nice and charged. And then just in behind it, you have this compartment here, which is pole storage for your fully enclosed annex. So the Plenty X does come with a fully enclosed annex, roof, 3 walls, a draft skirt and a floor, and all the poles for it are stored in here. But we'll go over the setup that a little bit later in the video. As you come around the back of the Plenty X, first thing you'll notice, 2 spare tyres. Really easy to access these, there's nothing in the road. And then just down underneath here, you also have 2 gas bayonets. So one will be for your external kitchen, the other one can be for a barbecue or a Webbecue, so that way you can also cook freestyle as well. So as we now come around the passenger side of the Plenty X, what we're going to do is open the kitchen slide. So not only is this your kitchen slide, but it's also where your control panel is as well. So we're going to undo the 2 little blue latches and slide the unit out. From there, we just flip the back lid over. We're going to stand up our pantry and dish rack. So just here there's a little pin, we're just going to slide that out, slide that underneath like that, lock it in. And then last thing we do is we just pull the gas hose out from underneath and plug it into the gas bayonet at the rear, and that's your kitchen hooked up. It's already pre-plumbed for water, so you don't have to worry about that. So just in front of the kitchen, you're also going to find your control panel as well. So everything is clearly labelled, it's really easy to access, really easy to use. Up the top you've got your 2 water tank gauges. So the one on the left is your front tank, the one on the right is your rear tank. Below that you've got a switch named power. So the way I think about it, if you want to give your Plenty X power, you press power. So you press that one in, that'll give power to all the different compartments in your Plenty X. Next to it you've got one named fridge. So that gives power to your fridge slide. Next one is plug, so that gives power to all your little 12 volt and USB ports around the camper. Then you have one called light. So that once that's turned on, that'll give you power to the lights on the inside. So that's the top row done. Down the bottom left hand corner, we've got the pump button. So when you press that, that'll activate your 12 volt pump, let you pump water to your kitchen, to the tap at the front and all throughout the camper. Next to that, you've got DC. So the little DC ports around the camper, that will give power to those. Then you've got left light. So left light gives power to your kitchen light. And then you've also got the dimming button as well, which will change it from white to a bug repellent yellow colour too. So then on top of the Plenty X, you'll also notice it has a boat rack as well. So this is great for paddle boards, kayaks. You can also throw a tinny on there as well. It is a proper boat loader that will go all the way over, rated to 100 kilos and really good for storage. And then as you move along, you've got your 2 front storage compartments. So in this one here, you've got dual pantry slide as well as a shelf that goes the whole way through. Both drawers are really big. And in your brand new Plenty X, you'll also find all the little bibs and bobs for the camper. You'll have your shower rose and hose, you'll have your wheel chocks, you'll have your keys, you'll have your little annex light. Everything you need for the camper will be in these drawers. And then in the front compartment, you have your 95 litre dual zone fridge. So that's right, the Plenty X comes with a 95 litre dual zone fridge. The really good thing about these fridges too, you can have the front compartment fridge, the back compartment freezer. You can have the back compartment fridge, the front compartment freezer, or you can have both fridge, both freezer. You're just setting the temperature in each compartment to choose how you want it. There is a little ventilation fan here. So whenever you've got this fridge running and it's inside with the door closed, please have that fan on. And best of all, when you do grab a stubby out of here, there is a bottle opener just there as well. So that's the outside of the Plenty X done. So what we're going to do now is we'll open it up for you, show you how to set it up, and then we'll do the annex as well. So the first thing you want to do for setup, we're going to bring the boat rack over. And what we're going to do is remove these 2 pins here. So one at the front, one at the rear. So we're going to undo the 3 latches at the front now. We've got one at the front, one at the rear, one in the middle. We'll pull the boat rack back. Put the 2 pins back through and that'll hold the boat rack up and out the road. So now we're going to drop the tyres down so we can open it up. So we're going to undo the latch here and then undo the latch here and then do the same on the other side. From there we're just going to lower the tyres down. So with the Plenty X being a dual fold, so both lids will go one each way, we're going to undo the latches on this side, undo the latches on the other, and then fold the front over first. So now we'll just walk the front lid over. Now we'll walk the back over. And we're going to latch that down too. So once you've got the 2 ends over, next thing we're going to do is we're going to lift the main bow pole up and Velcro that in. Easiest way to do that is to jump in under the canvas, use your body weight to stand up with the canvas and stand the pole up, just like this. So once you've got the pole standing straight up, then you just Velcro it in, and then you're going to extend it up, and that's going to give you some room to get in under there and to put the other poles up. So what you do now, you loosen off both quick release latches, and then you stand up in the middle, lifting the pole up with you. So starting at the rear, what we're going to do now is extend all the bow poles out. So very easy, you can just do one side at a time. And then we work our way from the back all the way to the front. So after you've extended all your poles, what you're going to do is start down the rear of the camper. You're going to start with your 2 vertical spreader poles, put them in first, and then put spreader poles in all the way down the camper from back to front.
Alrighty guys, as you can see, what we're going to do now is set up the annex. So the first thing I always do is I lay the poles down where I need them. And then what I'm going to do is get the number 1 pole. As you can see, I've already started hanging a couple already. So we hang them up first. Alrighty, so next thing we've done is we've laid the annex roof out nice and flat. I've also grabbed myself a little step. So the 20X being the big and amazing camper that it is, the highest point's pretty high off the ground, even to someone as tall as me. So a little step ladder's going to be your best friend when you're trying to zip the annex roost across. Now what you want to do is tuck the annex in nice and close to the camper, so when you're lifting up, step won't get caught on it as well. So once you've got the canvas in nice and close, then all we're going to do is just pull the zip all the way across, moving the step as you go. So from there, what we're going to do now is we'll bring our number 1 poles out, put them on the spigots, put the cross members up and set the frame for it before we pull the annex out and across. Now as we put the last couple in, you can see we've built the frame the whole way down. We'll extend the last one up. And there we've got a freestanding frame. Now that we've got the freestanding frame, what we're going to use is let the eyelets on the canvas dictate how far out the pole is going to come. We're going to start at the front, bring the canvas over, put it through the eyelet, put the little bungee cords down, work our way down, and the canvas itself will actually help set the frame up for it. So you've got eyelet here and you've got a bungee cord here. So this spigot's going to go through that eyelet. This bungee cord will go in the little hole. So what you do is put it over, feed the bungee cord into that hole, and then we're going to extend it out a little bit to get a bit of tension in the annex. So we're going to extend it out just a little bit to get a bit of tension in the annex. Then from there we're going to repeat the procedure the whole way down. Eyelet, bungee cord, eyelet, bungee cord. So we've done that the whole way down, just putting the last one on now, nice and easy. Bungee cord down. And you can see we've sort of got the shell of it up now. Now what we're going to do is extend the poles out, get the annex a bit of tension, and then we'll put the spreader bars in. So as you can see, what we're going to do is just extend this out, put some nice tension in the annex, and then we're going to use the little Velcro tab to Velcro them to the pole. We're also going to expand the front spreader poles as well to get rid of any sag in the canvas. At the end of each annex, you're going to see a little bungee cord. What we're going to do is grab our number 10 poles, drop them down, clamp them on, block it off, and then put the little bungee in the hole at the front, and we'll do that at both ends. Last but not least, we're going to put our spreader bars in, so always stick a point facing to the ceiling, latch it on, extend it out, lock it in. Easy as that. Right, so that's our annex roof done. Basically all the walls are just zip and Velcro, very easy to do. But what we're going to do is put this wall on so we can also attach the ensuite. We're in the corner up here, got a little white tag. I'm just going to go and find a wall that has the same matching white tag. We'll zip and Velcro that one on and then attach the ensuite. Then what we're just going to do is put the Velcro tab around the pole as well. That'll hold it. So from here, the top just zips on and then we Velcro the wall from. So I'll just speed this in. So once you've zipped the top across, then all you can see, you've got Velcro there, Velcro there. We're just going to join them together the whole way down. So then on the back of the ensuite, you've got two little eyelets. They're just going to go over the top of the spigot like that. We've got your cross member here, so we'll extend that one out. Stay on top. We'll put the guide rope up there. We'll get that ready to peg out, and then we'll just put the little Velcro tab around the pole as well, and that's going to hold your ensuite to this pole.
Alrighty guys, that concludes the setup for the Plenty X. We got it done really quickly, and now it's time for you to get out there and have plenty of fun in your new Plenty X camper trailer. Thanks guys.